everybody, welcome back to the Iditbox YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over this Junkyard Find TV. And this one's got a pretty cool story. This one I was in the junkyard looking for some other parts and things like that, and I saw this conversion van, so I went and go look at it, and lo and behold, this sucker was beat up and tossed and left for dead. It was just tossing back a bunch of junk. I'll show you what happened to it. A lot of people may not care about these old TVs or whatever, but see, this one got chucked like a football or something in the back of that van. Some of the case screws pulled out, obviously some damage there. The screen itself actually wasn't so bad. There's no scratches on it. Overall, it's not too bad. It's a little 13-inch TV. On the front here, you can see it's got, that's the input 3. It's got inputs there. These kind of, plasticky feeling buttons. And it has a speaker as well. On both sides, it has these 2 screw mounting holes for brackets. You can hold it up in whatever installation it goes into. Coming around to the back, you can see it's from June 2002, which actually is a lot newer than that mid-90s van it came out of. So we can see here on the back, it's got an R-Link for, remotes and things like that for some reason. It's got the 12-volt in, external speaker for your one single mono speaker. 2 video ins, and it's also got an output, which I can't imagine how or why or they would need one of those. And flipping it on its face, you can see it's got all these burn marks. A lot of them. So I don't know wherever it was installed if the wires got hot or someone got really bored. But that'd be kind of scary thinking that's underneath your TV while you're driving around and the wires are getting nice and hot. Let's go ahead and pull this cover off so you can see what we're kind of working with here. There we are, nice and gentle. And I'll show you why if someone else has already been in this thing. So, some giveaways. This was cut, that's cut, that's a speaker wire. I'll show you guys why here in a bit, but coming around and looking at this tube, it's very thick glass. It's actually pretty heavy for a little TV. Interesting enough, it's a Samsung tube. You can see them typed there in the model number. See, it's kind of clear around the edges, but it is a very thick, heavy tube. And this is, again, the 12-volt system. Here's the inputs. Now, I don't know if this TV's low hours or not, but inside's pretty clean. I don't see no layers of dust or anything, but, it wasn't a van probably all its life. So again, here's the 12-volt connector. I was able to scrounge one up. It's not exactly it, but it does fit. And I did rig it up in a very classic way to a battery tender here. So I powered it on. One cool thing about this, I don't know if we can see it. I'm going to turn off the lights. Let's see. Yeah, kind of see it. This glows. And these also glow. It's kind of dark or bright in here. So I guess that's one cool thing about mobile application. Turn the lights back on. Just going to fire it up. Here's all the lights. You can see a little better now. Coming alive. As you can see, it works. Let's TV video. Video 2. Video 3. And there's that. I have absolutely 0 audio. Nothing. Now these TVs have a cool feature under menu here. Let's see if I can maneuver through here. All right, setup. Function blocking. So I think under setup, it says turn positive. That's not it. Back to menu. Maybe function. Let's see, plus. There's speakers. So you can see it's set to internal. I hear a little relay clicking. Obviously internal is the one we want. Let's get back to the static. Nothing at all. So I'm assuming this thing is shot as far as audio system goes. It wouldn't surprise me, considering the way the condition of it being thrown around and what have you. But for fun, let's go ahead and connect up the Fire Stick. So we can see the picture works. It's actually pretty decent quality, most I could tell. Still no audio, so we're going to connect it up externally to speakers from the rear AVs and see how that works.
Mahomes and the Chiefs have their sights set on a legendary three-peat. While Saquon Barkley and the Eagles look to put a crown.
You guys can see it works good on this.
Super Bowl 59, February 9th.
We know the output works, so I think we're going to have to find a solution to this matter. So as we can see, that works. So I guess the next step we're going to see is poke around the PCB and see if we see anything obvious. Maybe a smoking gun. So I did find a few things on here. Get a little clearer. That's obviously the audio amplifier right there. Right there, you can see. Doesn't look burnt. Coming around, like I said before, someone's been in here kind of splicing, so I don't know if someone messed with the speaker. But I did find something interesting on the bottom. And as I was thinking before, someone definitely was in here. I can see, see if that comes in clear. There's like a little bit of, let's see here, right here. Someone soldered a joint of trace. Mostly over here is where the interesting thing is. Sorry for the shaking. Right in here, oh, there's some static on there. Hopefully I didn't kill it more. I see a pad's missing. At least two of those. And someone looks like they attempted to solder it. There's a lot of scratches. I'd imagine there's more elsewhere, but I think that might be an issue, mostly because that is the main IC that produces the audio. I think I might have a solution for this problem. Unconventional, maybe, but it's just a personal challenge to get this TV going now. A few days later, here we are, a mono amplifier. And just size comparison, here is a box of matches. It's tiny. So my goal is to take this, implement it into here, taking the inputs off of the working AV output, and that way I don't have a little old school manual knob for volume, but hey, looks crappy, but fun project. See if we can do it. And now I put the extension cable on there. You can see was there, now it's here, so that way I can mount it easier in there. And I also got the positive wire, which I will show you how we're going to connect that. So I got the back panel off. You can see right here the input. We're gonna have to tie it in to there. So first thing we do is find out what the polarity is. So I'm gonna stick this in here and then I'm gonna touch. Okay, so positive right, negative left. All right, so there we have it. Got it connected up, soldered. Next thing we do is the speaker. With the TV tilted this way, you can see we got our amp there. See someone's messed with it before, as we mentioned earlier. So I got the speaker wires cut here. I'm just gonna put little extensions on them. Then I'll put it on here. That's soldered and shrink tubed. I'm gonna do this in real quick. Okay, so it ain't pretty, but should work. We got the speaker connected to the output. We hacked 12-volt input, and we also hacked the output audio, which goes to here, and our extended thing, which we'll mount later after successfully testing. Okay, so the time has come. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm acting like I don't think it's gonna blow up or something. We have audio so far.
This is Is she serious right now?
Catch all the feels on Disney Plus. Inside Out 2, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Seems to work pretty good, although there's zero bass to it or anything. Works like it should. That's awesome. Now for the next task, where to mount this. There's a lot of places I was toying with because, you know, the case isn't the best, but I think I'm going to mount it like right here. So we can adjust it manually here. And so the next thing we're going to do is probably put this potentiometer right here. And now we go for the bigger bit. As you can see, I got the pilot hole a little high on the last one, but this bigger one should be just fine. Okay, so I got it fished through. The plastic's pretty thick, so I can't get the threads for the nut on unless I countersink it, but it's going to go with the fact that this knob will more likely just hold it on there. Let's find out. So I ended up putting this one on because this one has set screws, 2 of them, that holds it on better. Because this one just like it just sticks on there. This one's kind of cool. Those got numbers on it. So 0 being lowest. And I think 3 or 4 was like super loud as it was. So it's nice and solid. What y'all think? And the next task is to get this amplifier mounted cleanly on here somewhere, and where it's not close to any of the high voltage items. I have to use old Zippy. All right, and there we have it. It's zip tied in. Doesn't look the strongest, but it is. Unless this thing gets thrown around like a football again like it did last time, it ain't going nowhere. It's solid. Got these all secured up. Nothing's in the high voltage section any more than it was before anyways. So let's throw the back cover on, see what we got.
Holy! That was a tornado in Columbia, Mississippi on Wednesday. Yeah, that was rated an EF0 with 85-mile-per-hour winds. That really gives you an idea of the scale of tornadoes that you can have. There are kind of levels to the game, if you want to call it that. Anybody? Memorable event, very violent. But the crazy thing is that was only in EF0, and we could see some EF2 plus later on today. It's not out of the realm of possibility. This is the area that we're highlighting. Totally typical spot.
Well, there you have it. Another one safe from the dead, ready to come back to service and gaming or movies or whatever the future holds. Well, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.